So, welcome to the second episode of Is the Rafale Deal a Scam? If you want to know the history of the Rafale deal, why was Rafale chosen over certain competitors, and what are the financial aspects of the Rafale deal over which the Congress government is alleging a scam, you need to watch our first video, Is the Rafale Deal a Scam? The link has been given in the description below and also in the I button, which is now flashing on the screen above. So straight away we go into the topic by first recounting some of the important facts, like Rafale was chosen as the lowest bidder in 2012. In 2014, HAL and Rafale, rather Hindustan Aeronautics Limited and Rafale, they signed a work share agreement. But since in 2014 the entire political landscape changed, the deal also changed. In 2015, Prime Minister Narendra Modi visits Paris and a new deal is signed, as per which 36 jets would be imported in India in total flyaway condition with certain modifications. The price of the jets, you ask? Well, it is around 8.7 billion euros, and for the 126 jets which were to be imported under the Congress government, the price was around 10.45 billion euros. So the Congress government is alleging that as per the new price, if the Congress government had to negotiate on this 126 jets as per today's price, it would be around 30.45 billion euros, almost 3 times more than what they had negotiated. So what do you think? Whether it's a scam? Well, I don't think so, given the explanation which I have already provided in my previous video. As I already said earlier, the links has been given in the description below. So the financial aspects of the Rafale deal was not the only one on which the Congress government was alleging a scam. According to the Congress government, since HAL was initially the chosen joint venture partner for Dassault Rafale, the BJP government should have been continuing with HAL itself. But the BJP government chose a different route and they selected a private player. Who is the private player, you ask? Well, that's a $1 million question, or rather a 30,000 crore question. Why 30,000 crore, you ask me? Well, as per the new Rafale deal, Rafale would be getting, rather Dassault would be getting 59,000 crores in Indian terms from the Indian government for the 36 jets which they are actually exporting to India. So out of this 59,000 crores, 50% of that amount, around 30,000 crores, would have to be invested in India. You can ask me, why will Dassault want to invest that money? That is their money. Well, as per a new agreement, or rather a new contract clause, offset clause, which has been signed between the Indian government and Dassault Rafale, what Dassault has to do is, since it's a very high value purchase amounting to almost 59,000 crores, therefore Dassault will have to invest 50% of that amount, or 30,000 crores, in Indian aeronautical military research. 30% of that amount would go directly to aeronautical research, and 20% of that amount would go into the production of Rafale components locally. Well, technically, it's a very good deal for the Indian government. I mean, you're actually getting technological assistance from Dassault and you're upgrading your military research and everything. So why is the Congress government alleging a scam? So wouldn't they want the development of the Indian country as a whole and the development of a research as a whole? Well, that is not the entire story. You see, their problem lies in the fact that a private player was chosen, and this particular private player in question is alleged to be a very good friend of the Modi government. And also, the another important aspect was that this particular person has absolutely no experience in the manufacture of aircraft, or rather fighter jets, and this particular person had formed his company only 12 days before Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited Paris. So apparently this person had the knowledge of this Rafale deal, and therefore this person formed his company just 12 days before PM Modi visited Paris, and therefore he was the direct beneficiary of the Rafale deal, and he is going to get now this 30,000 crore. So who is that person? Well, that person is none other than Mr. Anil Ambani, the owner and the CEO of Reliance Defence Limited, which has formed a joint venture with Dassault Rafale, a 51:49 joint venture. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is saying that there is no scam involved, since he wants that all private players, or rather he wants the country to grow as a whole. So definitely, therefore, since HAL is having some kind of misunderstanding with Dassault Rafale as per allegations by the BJP government, therefore they went in for a private player. And rather, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that they were not the ones who had selected the private player. It was Dassault who had actually negotiated the contract. But according to Mr. Francois Hollande, who was the then president under whom the Dassault deal had been signed, he was the one who actually said in a revelation to Mediapart, a French investigative journal, that Dassault was the person who negotiated with this group and Indian government was the one who had actually proposed this group. We were nowhere in the scene and we just took the interlocutor who was given to us. Well, that actually added fuel to the fire. He actually meant to say that since Mr. Anil Ambani is close to the Indian government, therefore he was the one given the deal. And therefore, Shri Rahul Gandhi ji said that 45,000 crores or rather 30,000 crores would directly go to this particular company, Reliance Defence Limited. So let us take into consideration this 30,000 crore. Will the entire 30,000 crore go to Dassault Rafale? Not exactly. Out of this 30,000 crore, Dassault Rafale will just get 1/4 of the portion, or rather will be getting only 6,500 crores. Why you say? Because Dassault is not the only one who is into this aircraft manufacture or the Rafale manufacturer. There are 3 other partners along with Dassault. Dassault is just the integrator. You have MBDA, which is the weapons person. You have Safran, who is responsible for the engine and the electronics, and you have Thales, who is responsible for the radar and the avionics. So Dassault will be getting only 6,500 crores, of which 30% would be going to Military Aeronautical Research or the Defence Research Development Organization, or as we popularly known it as DRDO, and only 20% would go into the manufacture of these Rafale jets, or 20% of that 6,500 crores, around 1,000 crores will be going to Reliance Defence Limited for the manufacture of Rafale components. So you can see we have given a total breakdown of this calculation. So the entire 30,000 crores is not going to go into Reliance's pocket. It is only a portion of that, or rather even 3% of that, around 1,000 crores, which is going to Reliance Defence Limited. Okay, that went on for the cost aspect. Now the second aspect, that Reliance Defence Limited was chosen who has basically no experience in the field of aircraft manufacture. In that case, Dassault CEO Mr. Eric Trappier had issued a statement saying that Reliance Defence was not the only organization which was selected. According to him, Dassault has forged a partnership with 72 other Indian firms, and Dassault and its partners are in negotiations with 10 more other firms for these manufacturing of local jet components. So over here you can see that we have provided you the list of these companies with whom Dassault has formed a partnership. So you can see that Congress government has been making certain wild allegations. Good, fine, they want to discuss issues regarding this, but then what we have to remember that these are issues of national security. I mean, wouldn't it be better that if a private player is encouraged? I mean, haven't we seen in our country that private players are also contributing to the GDP of the country? It is not only just government organizations. Why should all and every of these weapons contract or all these military contracts should go to HAL? Why do we want a monopoly in the field of aircraft manufacture? Wouldn't we want certain private players to come in, help in actually growing our country, help in growing the military research? Haven't we had 70 years of experience with HAL and seen where we stand today? Tejas aircraft, which was there in 2001 in the testing stage, it took 16 years. In 2016 it got inducted into the Indian Air Force. Why should there be such a time lag? So wouldn't we want certain private players? Okay, apart from these allegations, there was another allegation against Mr. Anil Ambani, that Anil Ambani through his French financing firm Wiswires had put in 1.48 million euros into the production of a French film. Now why does this? Well, this actually has significance because the lead actress of this French film was Julie Guyot. Who is Julie Guyot, you ask me? Well, she is none other than the partner of the then French president, Mr. Francois Hollande. So most of the critics have been alleging that Anil Ambani paid this money as kind of a quid pro quo to get the Rafale deal. But then, this is something which only time will tell, because as per the new offset agreement, Dassault has 7 years till 2023 to actually, bring out the list of the improvements or the component production which they have made. So they have time till 2023. They are not legally obliged to make any kind of announcements or any kind of statements. Well, we have seen what our country has been going through with wars on our northern front, our western front, our northeastern front. It's not that we are saying that we want to fight wars, but even for peacekeeping missions, you would definitely want to improve your strategical edge. You would want to give your Indian Air Force, your Indian Navy, your Indian military a kind of combat edge. So definitely giving our pilots and our Indian military a combative edge is nothing wrong. I mean, especially when even the Supreme Court is giving a clean chit. So definitely I think that these questions can rest till a few more months have gone and these offset agreements have started coming out in public. What do you think? Post us your comments in the comment section below, and definitely do tell us how you have liked our video. If you have liked our video, definitely do give a thumbs up to this video, and also subscribe to our channel IntloQ for more such informative videos in the future. Thank you very much for watching our video.